we need to be responsible. We need to understand that we are now no longer children, we are no longer students, we are no longer dependent on other people. We need to be the one that should take responsibility, right? No matter what age. So we need to kill the boy or kill the girl, right? And be the man or woman that you are intended to be, right? And take responsibility of whatever that you are given. Again, as a leader, if you are going to take action about certain things, if you're going to make decisions about certain things, right, you have to take ownership of whatever the results, or you have to take ownership of whatever action that you need to take. So if you're going to be a head of an organization and there are times where you need to fire someone because he or she is not performing, don't push it to other people. If you are responsible for that person's career, then you have to look that person in the eye and make that decision. And it's also the same about performance management, right? If you are a supervisor, right, and you are supervising the individual, and the individual maybe have some challenges in his performance, right? So you owe it to him or her to look them in the eye and say, look, these are areas you need to improve on, right? These are areas that you need to catch up. Or maybe even say, maybe this job is not right for you and you need to do something. The thing that resonates with me is that about looking someone in the eye and just saying that, right? And taking responsibility for that. If you are not yourself and you pretend to be someone else, someday you will be found out. Someday people will realize that, that the hypocrisy or the fakeness that is behind it, right? So if you start by being yourself and being authentic and you build on that, and then surely whatever you are, your strength will grow based on yourself. You will be then building on layers and layers of work experiences on your authentic self rather than on your what people expect you to be type of self, right? And I think that is so important because then your life as you go through is a lot easier to live when you're yourself, right? And if people already know what you are and you keep building on that strength, then actually life for you gets a lot easier because you don't have to pretend to be anything else. As you go through life, you will meet with many different people and you will never know when that someone actually may down the road be someone that you may need to work with again or may need help from or maybe your future client, right? So I think you just need to respect everyone and have that sort of camaraderie with people. And that's so important. If you're a leader, you're by yourself, who are you leading? You don't have a team, then you're basically just a person, right? Maybe you can be a super smart person, but you're still just one person because you're not a leader because you're not leading anybody. You got no team to lead. Look forward. As a leader, people look up to you for vision, right? So do you have a vision? And what is your vision? And your vision may change. There's nothing wrong with a vision that changes, and it should change because environments will change, the market will change, people that you work with will change, political environment will change, geographical environment will change, right? So if your vision is always so firm, right, and all these factors doesn't affect it, then I think your vision also needs to be relooked at once in a while. So you must live, right? Studies, exams, super important. Work, career, super important. But family, friends, even more important, right? So you need to have a life. And if you think about it, if you just do all your work, if you don't have a life, how do you add this additional flavor that is yourself into your job? How do you add this additional mojo that you bring, right, to your team or to your clients if you don't have an external perspective of what else is going on beyond your business or beyond your job or even beyond your studies, right? So that adds that layer of mojo to everything else that you bring. I think if you don't have a sense of fantasy, if you don't have a sense of dreaming, then that vision that we are supposed to have as leaders may not be as dramatic or overreaching, right? Because you need to, we use all the jargon about pushing the envelope and all that kind of stuff, right? But really, if you don't have that sense of fantasy and to dream a little about what could be, right, then I think you don't bring enough flavor to whatever vision that you have. So I would advise that, yes, be responsible, take ownership, good things, right? But you're not going to have a life, you got to dream a little. The famous words within Game of Thrones is they always say winter is coming because they talk about all these zombies and whatnot that's going to come and overtake the whole land of Westeros, right? But my point is that winter is already here as far as leadership is concerned. You don't wait until you become a leader, then you say, I will work on my leadership skills, right? You work on your leadership skills like right now because at every level that you are, you work on your leadership skills, because that will then help you to, people will look at you and say, okay, that person actually is ready, right? Because I already see him or I already see her performing as a leader. I see all these skills. I see her take responsibility. I see him being taking ownership of things. I see that he's got a vision, right? And I see that she's got teamwork qualities. So if you start having that now, right, winter is here, right? And build that kind of leadership skills.